Hey, where's Olivia?
Oh, she's probably up at the house.
Stewie,
Yeah?
it's your fault.
What?
It's your fault.
I know.
It's your fault.
I know.
No, Stewie, it's your fault.
Don't do this to me, man.
You don't hear me when I say, Mom, please wake up. Dad's with a slut, and your son is smoking cannabis. No one ever listens, this wallpaper glistens. Don't let them see what goes down in the kitchen. Places, getting your places. Throw on your dress and put on your doll faces. Everyone thinks that we're perfect. Please don't let them look through the curtains. Picture, smile for the picture. Pose with your brother, won't you be a good sister? Everyone thinks that we're perfect. Please don't let them look through the curtains. DOLLHOUSE, I see things that nobody else sees. DOLLHOUSE, I see things that nobody else sees.
My best friend Michael, his dad was a big drinker, so he hated all that stuff. Parties too.
Where is Michael tonight?
Oh, he shot himself last night. Kinda wished he left a note, you know what I mean?
Nobody's loving. Don't try suicide. Nobody cares. Don't try suicide. Just gonna hate it. Don't try suicide. Nobody gives a damn.
When are you going to stop suggesting that I'm suicidal?
And you start acting like somebody that wants to be alive.
Give me my chart.
Why?
Because I'm not suicidal, and if it says that, then it's wrong.
What happened last year when you fell in the water?
I almost drowned. You think I did that for kicks?
You put your hand in a body cavity that contained unexploded ordnance.
I was trying to save a patient.
Why is it that every other person in that room had the sense to hit the deck? You're careless with your life. You're not slitting your wrist, but you're careless. Probably because your mother told you you were a waste of space on this planet.
I think maybe there's something wrong with me.
How could he not hate me?
You just don't really understand.
Michelle, you are a monster from hell. Michelle, you are a monster from hell. Did I mention that I'm in love with you? And did I mention there's nothing I can do? And did I happen to say I dream of you every day? But let me shout it out loud. That's okay. That's okay. Too high, can't come down. It's in the air.
I sacrificed a ton and I was freaking awesome.
Oh, and what did you ever sacrifice?
I gave everything. I gave my whole life.
You died in a hedonistic bender.
I'm not talking about my death. I'm talking about my life. I gave my whole life.
He's sitting there and he's watching the movie and he's perfect and he smells really good.
What?
He smells really good and he looks amazing and I am stupid. I said thank you.
Whoa. You said thank you?
When he kissed me.
Wait, he kissed you again? What, is he just out of prison or something?
No, not now. Yesterday at the store.
Oh, alright. Strike the prison comment. So wait, he kissed you and you said thank you?
Yes.
Well, that was very polite.
No, it was stupid. And I don't know what I'm doing.
what you've been through, what you're still going through, it's a lot for anyone. And it's okay to not be okay.
We're too late. What?
He's lying! Let go! Let me go! Let me...
Step right up and get your tickets for the freak show.
It's not real. It can't be.
Ah, where are you?
I mean, you've seen it. I've been bullied my entire life.
Hey, can we talk? Nah, I don't really want to talk right now. That's okay, you never really did. I've been screaming every day, please let me out. Hold up, let you out? You couldn't protect yourself, I was protecting you. You were protecting me? Yes, protecting you. Everybody in this world was rejecting you. Nobody out here could accept you. No, everybody could except you. That's the problem that you have, man. You build walls up and hid behind the shame. And I guess that I'm partially to blame, I don't know what to say. No, explain, you're making no sense to me. It kinda all just sounds like a guess to me. Bro, your trauma made me just a memory. Ain't nobody in this world remembers me.
When are you gonna stop suggesting that I'm suicidal?
When you start acting like somebody that wants to be alive.
Give me my chart.
Why?
Because I'm not suicidal, and if it says that, then it's wrong.
What happened last year when you fell in the water?
I almost drowned. You think I did that for kicks?
You put your hand in a body cavity that contained unexploded ordnance.
I was trying to save a patient.
Why is it that every other person in that room had the sense to hit the deck? You know, people run away from this line between life and death. You seem to stand on it and wait for a strong wind to sway you one way or the other. Careless with your life.
What?
You're not slitting your wrist, but you're careless. Probably because your mother told you you were a waste of space on this planet. The problem is you believed her. If you don't watch out, one of these days you're gonna die because of it.
One who truly hates himself cannot love. He cannot place his trust in another.
You couldn't have done it. It was something behind you. You're a good person, Sonny. How could you do that? Where are you going? A good person wouldn't do something like that.
See, the rain is nice, but I don't really like getting wet. What in the world? No, I went under the awning. It's still raining. Why is it still raining? I did what I was supposed to. That's not fair.
Mike, don't do it! Seriously, don't do it, man!
Why not? Because you're annoying.
You're destroying everything, and for once, you can swap the sandwich with stupid. Elle's not stupid. It's not my fault you don't like girls.
Well, we used to be best friends. But why is this on me? Why am I the bad guy?
But you don't love me anymore?
Who said that I didn't?
You never say it.
You know, I'm not exactly Mr. Popularity back at the home. I mean, you've seen it. I've been bullied my entire life. I mean, I know what it's like.
have to show up for once. Yes.
Show up?
Yes.
I fucking showed up for you! I showed up! I was standing there for you!
Oh, fuck
and look where that got me!
So this is my fault then? All of
showed up for
all
you!
of this is my fault, right?
I showed up for you!
It's my fault, you only girls.
Oh, I hate that man. I hate that man. But oh, Caramia, how I love him.
And then he put his hand on my shoulder for a second. He didn't even squeeze it, he just, like, rested his hand on top of my shoulder. And I was just thinking, how could he not hate me? How could this guy not hate me? How could he not? How could he not hate me?
Let me tell you a story about a boy and a girl. It's kinda short, kinda boring, but the end is a whirl. They were just 16 when the people were mean, so they didn't love themselves, and now they're gone, headstones on a lawn. And when I was younger, I knew a boy and a boy, best friends with each other, but always wish there were more. 'Cause they loved one another but never discovered, 'cause they were too afraid of what they'd say. Moved to different states.
What if you want to join another party? Not possible.
I'm falling in love. Oh no, I'm falling in love again. Oh, I'm falling in love. I thought the but I got a secret, I must confess. It's not a lie for the way she dressed. She's not the reason I've been thinking about love. Every weekend when we hang out, I lose my cool when he's around. And I don't know if this is just a crush. How do I find the words to tell her I'm in love with Stacy's brother?
I don't love Michelle. I never loved Michelle. I love you, but you...
Or something and it was candy. But you see, I thought it, I would've, oh my fucking god!
You wouldn't go to see that woman tonight, sir.
How could I stay away? Albert, for the first time in my life, I'm completely head over heels in love.
But, Count Esteban,
I know what you're thinking. I have a mission to perform, and I have no right to fall in love. But Things don't always work out the way we'd like to have them work out, eh, Albert?
Here I was, on the bus, thinking the world is just a horrible place where no one understands, like, anything I'm going through, and this kid whose life is, like, definitely chalkier than mine is happy. And, like, my dad, who literally has no friends and just, like, tells jokes at a shelter to, like, 3 people, is also happy. So, like, if they're happy, and my life is terror better than theirs, then maybe I'm not meant to be happy.
I want to love a boy the way I love the ocean. Wish I was not afraid of all I have that's broken. I know I must behave to contain all my emotion, but I want to love a boy the way I love the ocean.
You've hardly touched your food. I'm not hungry for meatloaf. Well, it is leftover night. We have steak, pasta. What are you hungry for?
Tony Ridinger.
Shut up.
Well, you are.
I said shut up, you little insect.
Oh, she is.
Do not shout at the table. Honey?
Kids, listen to your mother.
She'd eat if we were having Tony loaf.
That's it!
Dear Will, the moment I stopped denying that I was in love with you was the same moment I realized that I had to move on. At some point, I started to refuse to meet up with you, and I started to ignore your D&D invitations. I ended up pushing you away. Once you left Hawkins, we tried to keep in contact, but it wasn't long until our calls became less frequent. Our few letters became shorter and shorter, and then all the mentions of your name I ever did were in the letters I wrote to Elle. You moved on with your life, and we grew up, we changed, yet my feelings didn't. At first I was disgusted with the way you made me feel, and if I am honest, to some extent I probably always will be. You really made me lose my mind. I started to question everything, your actions, my actions. Desperately, one night I went and reread all of the letters you sent. I scanned them for hours and tried to find any type of sign that could indicate you loved me back. I didn't find anything. The only person that knows about these feelings is Dustin. I wasn't really planning on telling anyone, but he ended up figuring out. Dustin advised me to try to keep my feet on the ground and my heart on the right pace, but I can't when my heart skips 2 beats when I think of you. I can't control it. I have accepted that even after all these months, I'm still in love with you, and in a way, I am content with that, because I probably always will be. Maybe someday my love for you changes, into something more platonic perhaps. Just know that I will forever love you. Love, Mike.
You're not supposed to be the one stuck down here, Mike.
Will, I know you lied. It wasn't commissioned by Elle.
What? Yes, it was.
She didn't even know what the painting was, Will. I just need you to know you never lost me. I need you to understand that you're never going to lose me. And I need you to know that I'm in love with you. And I should have realized it a long time ago. I've been in love with you throughout all of this hell that we've been through, and I'm never going to stop being in love with you.
Mike.
You say I'm the heart, but that's not true, though. It's you. It's always been you. And it's always going to be you. We said if one of us goes crazy, we'd go crazy together. And if that means being stuck down here with you, I'm fine with that. Dear Will, how is Lenora? Elle tells me things have been great there. I've been trying to call, but you never... School has been kind of shit. Lucas has basically gone and abandoned the party for the jocks now, so it's just me and Dustin now. It's weird playing D&D without... Things have been weird since you left. Honestly, I spend most of my time in the basement. It's so quiet down there without... playing video games, you know, the normal. Elle said you're crushing on some girl. Who is she? I knew someday you'd come around to liking... Why won't you call me? Why won't you send me a letter? I thought we were good when you left. And now I have to hear about some Cali girl you like from Elle and... Fuck. I shouldn't be writing this. But screw it, you'll never see it anyway. I realized something when you left. Something I think I've known deep down for a long time. Will, I love you. And I know this because my dumbass can only sign letters to you with love instead of signing them for Elle. Fuck. I don't want to be like this. I just want to be normal. I want things between us to be like how they used to. But I can't stop Will. And that scares the shit out of me. Because the truth of what I said last summer was the opposite. I don't like girls. Me. I'm the fucking fairy. Damn it, I'm such a fucking hypocrite. Fuck. Why am I even writing this? God, I'm so stupid. I'm sorry. Love, Mike.
My sister's hot. What the hell? My bad. Dear Evan,